So before I get into the team preview of this battle, I wanted to take a few moments to make a video response to the messages I've been receiving about asking InTheDollHouse to get a YouTube channel. Now, today I did ask her why she doesn't have a YouTube channel, and she told me that there are three reasons. She said, one, her computer is really laggy. She said, two, even if she wanted to upload, she doesn't know how to go about doing it. And then she said, three, she doesn't have the money to afford the devices. And then she also mentioned to me that she doesn't even own her own DS. She said that she normally just borrows a DS from a fellow brony who's not using it for a couple of days. And she also indicated that she has Black and White 1, which I actually noticed today. I didn't even notice before. And I let her borrow my DS because she told me that her old DS died from water damage. And I want to give a quick shout out to Kazawar, because Kazawar took a couple of hours a few days ago to help me set up the Wi-Fi so I can play Pokemon via Desmoom the computer. So now I can finally get some live streams going, and I just want to thank you, Kazawar, because basically you were able to help me, so now I really don't need my DS anymore, so I can make somebody else happy. So I'll do my best. I might let her borrow my recording materials, or devices I should say, because I may be returning to World of Warcraft next month, so I'm really not going to be playing much Pokemon during that time when I get back involved in it. So having that said, here's the battle that we had today, and I was already skeptical about the team. Even though, this is some pretty standard stuff, it's always that Zoroark. InTheDollHouse always uses Zoroark. She says that it's her favorite Pokemon, so I'm always having to worry, well, what kind of sets are her Pokemon running? I know that she doesn't play with regular Smogon sets because she prefers to play with unorthodoxed sets and all that stuff, so I was pretty much thinking, well, I know that Gengar is a special attacker of some sort. It could be Choice Scarfed or Choice Specs. That's pretty unorthodox. The Gliscor could be a Swords Dancing Acrobatics version. That's not too common. Caesar, I'm not really sure how Caesar could be unorthodox, really now. Gastrodon, maybe the Choice Specs version. That's the only unorthodox thing I could really think of. Zoroark could be anything, it really can. It's just unorthodox in itself because of the illusion. And then the Virizion, I don't really know too much about Virizion. I know that in several videos back I used a Swords Dancing version, but I'm not sure if that's standard or what. I haven't checked Smogon in a month, so I was thinking, well, I feel safe beginning with Espeon, because whatever she begins with on her team, my Espeon is a little bit different, as you're going to see in this battle. So I'm going to begin with the Espeon, and she's going to begin with I Make You Rage, her Gengar, and here I want to scout to see if that is really Zoroark, and yes, I am convinced that that is Zoroark because she goes first. Espeon is generally faster than Zoroark, so I felt pretty good because now that I know that Zoroark is Choice Scarfed, I can freely switch into a countless number of Pokemon due to the fact that she's locked into Dark Pulse. Now I'm thinking, well, she might switch, predicting me to switch into Caesar, so I'm actually going to send in my Infernape. And she's going to stay in and go for the Dark Pulse again, so I figured, okay, I suppose that's understandable. She's not really, predicting or over-predicting, whatever they want to say, and now she catches me completely off guard with the Psychic, and I'm like, WTF, and I'm like, let me guess. And she's shaking her head, yes, that's not Zoroark, that's Gengar. She actually put Dark Pulse on a Gengar to trick people into sending their fighting types in so they can get hit with the Psychic, and they can waste a turn using a fighting type move. So I was like, okay, I'm not even going to rage. I'm just going to go for the Bullet Punch because this is a Choice Band Caesar, and the BS continues. I Make You Rage happens to have a focus sesh, and she goes for the mother effing counter. Of all the moves, she goes for the counter, and I'm right now I'm speechless. During the battle, I'm just speechless. I'm just I don't have anything to say right now, seriously, because I don't know, it's BS. I'm just okay, well, I knew that she had Destiny Bond. Like, I was suspecting that, so at least I made one good play and went for the Morning Sun. I'm like, because if I attacked again, then that would have just been dumb. I would have probably just hit the power button. No, I'm kidding. I don't forfeit. So here I'm like, well, she's probably gonna try and like trick me by just going for Destiny Bond, but here I don't really care because this Espeon has Calm Mind, Hidden Power Fire, Morning Sun, and Psyshock. So I pretty much feel, well, if she's gonna keep going for Destiny Bond, then all she has to do is just waste 8 of her power points, and then I can just go to town on her team because this Espeon actually has a Focus Sash. Now, a lot of people may find this to be strange, but this Espeon pretty much is just like a Caesar counter because if Infernape faints, then this team is kind of weak to Choice Band Caesar, so I give it a Focus Sash. That way, if it's at max health and Caesar wants to try and go for a Choice Band Bullet Punch, Espeon will survive, and then she'll be able to counterattack with Hidden Power Fire and finish him off. So it's been working for me. I haven't uploaded too many battles of it via YouTube, but it works pretty well. And here she's just continuing to go for the Destiny Bond, and I'm counting, like I'm literally counting how many times, and I'm just spamming Calm Mind. And I'm like thinking to myself, I know that her Zoroark has Sucker Punch, because why is she going to keep spamming Destiny Bond, letting me get up +6 special attack and special defense? Like, there's a reason behind it. I know that there's some gimmick, and she goes for the Dark Pulse once, and I'm like, she's probably trying to trick me to attack next turn, faking that she ran out. So I go for the Calm Mind again. And here she's just continuing to go for the Dark Pulse, and I'm like, I don't know. I haven't Calm Mind 6 times yet, so she could be like trying to indirectly play mind games, like let me get to +6, and then she probably knows that I'm gonna go for like one Morning Sun, so she may like try and surprise me with a Destiny Bomb because she's only used it 5 times. And I'm thinking, well, I'm like, why would she only use it 5 times if she has 8 power points max, unless she doesn't use PP max or something? But I just wanted to play really safe. And here, I wanted to see if she'd go for the Destiny Bomb, but she's just going for Dark Pulse 4 times in a row. And I'm just like, well, I'm just going to go for one more Morning Sun just to play it safe. And she's not going for Destiny Bond at all, so I'm like, she's ran out. She must only have 5, so now I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Fire. And what do you know? She goes for the mother effing Destiny Bond. You do not know how pissed this made me. You do not know how pissed this made me. Like, seriously. Like, I felt, I honestly felt trolled for the first time in my life. Like, I actually felt trolled because I'm like, what, like, how did, like, first of all, it's like, how does she know this stuff? Like, I don't know, like, maybe Smogonites really are predictable. Like, maybe. Or maybe she just gets lucky. I don't even know, like, that I was actually about to just forfeit for the first battle ever in Pokemon history. I was about to forfeit because that Gengar was like dumb, but she's gonna go for the U-turn on this Gliscor, which made me believe that it was Zoroark, unless she's running like a physically offensive Gliscor, which I wouldn't be surprised. And she predicts me to go for the Hydro Pump, so she sends in That's Not Me, the Virizion, and by the damage that this does, I'm pretty sure that this is a specially defensive variant because it has leftovers and that Hydro Pump did nothing. I'm like, this bulky Rotom still has high special attack. It has some special attack investment, and that should have done more. So now she's going to go for the Substitute, and I'm figuring, well, I don't know, she could be a Calm Mindset. I don't really know, but I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch because I only have 3 Pokemon left. I only have Rotom, Metagross, and I forgot the last one again, but here I'm just going to send in the Metagross because it's really the only thing that I have. Oh yeah, and I have Roserade. Metagross is the only thing that I have that can hurt this Virizion because it has Zen Headbutt. If it didn't, then I'd have to rely on Meteor Mash's slightly shaky accuracy, so she's going to make the good play and just go straight for the close combat, so I was like, well, I guess that's good. Maybe she just has, like, Substitute in 3 attacks. I was thinking maybe Swords Dance, because in a couple of videos back, I used a Virizion that had Substitute, Swords Dance, Close Combat, and Leaf Blade, but I don't know, I didn't know at this point, so I just continued on, and the sub breaks, of course. Good thing Zen Headbutt didn't miss, and she's going to go for another Substitute, maybe trying to see if Zen Headbutt will miss, or see maybe if I'd switch into Meteor Mash. Maybe she thought I was choice banned or something. Not really sure why she went for the second substitute. Maybe just trying to get the advantage on me. But sub breaks again, and leftovers recovery, all that good stuff. And here, I go for the Meteor Mash. I switch up moves because I figured, hey, she might send in Zorak and try and, make me waste a turn. And then, since Zorak is faster, force me out with Flamethrower. So, or no, actually, I should have went for the Meteor Mash, but I go for the Zen Headbutt again. So, pardon me. And now that actually is the real Glide score. The Poison Heal indicates it, obviously. And here, I'm going to go for the Meteor Mash now, breaking the sub, because this Metagross is max HP, max attack, and it has the Akka Berry, I think, that reduces the fire damage, so it can Earthquake a fire type Pokemon and take it out. And here she goes for the U-turn, so she does indicate that she is like some kind of, I guess, maybe physically offensive / physically defensive. And now she's going to she's going to switch into the Gastrodon, and I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt. Good thing that wasn't Zoroark. And she pulls out another bag, and she goes for the counter. So here I was just like, I'm not even going to say anything. Like, I'm not even going to say anything. Like, I didn't even know that Gastrodon could learn counter. I don't know. Probably had Mirror Coat too. It's probably like some Wobbuffet version, but I really don't have much choices from this point. Here I just send in Guns N' Roses to pretty much scare her out, make her switch, and she can easily just send in the Virizion because this is a special wall Gastrodon. It has Aromatherapy, Giga Drain, Rest, and Spikes, and I can't do anything to this Virizion from this point since it's just, I don't know. It's specially defensive, and Giga Drain obviously won't break the sub, so here I pretty much just give up. I'm like, as you can clearly see, I'm just going for Spikes, which is pointless because, there's nothing that can be done. Like, even if I switch out into Rotom, like, what's that going to do? I only have Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split, so I don't know, that Gengar really messed me up. And I don't know, to be honest, this might sound silly to anybody who's listening to this narration, but I think Zoroark should be banned because just seeing Zoroark on the team, you can make a lot of bad plays. Like, if Zoroark wasn't on the team, for example, I would have automatically known that Gengar was using Dark Pulse, because I'm like, honestly, who's going to know that was Gengar? Like, who uses Dark Pulse on Gengar? Like, seriously, Shadow Ball's so much better because it has same type attack boost. Like, Dark Pulse doesn't have any benefits, of course, unless a Zoroark is on the team, so nobody's going to know that that's really Gengar. And, like, that Gengar was able to take out 3 Pokemon just because that Zoroark was on the team. And then the counter completely caught me off guard. I knew that she had Destiny Bond, but just, I don't know, the fact that she went for the Destiny Bond only 5 times and then perfectly predicted when to use it again, that kind of just, I don't know, I don't know, I'm pretty sure anybody would get upset. I'm not even going to lie. I normally play to have fun, but I guess against her, since I can't seem to defeat her, I'm trying to actually play for victory, so I don't know. I guess the good news is that in a couple of weeks I should be able to get my live stream going, and I don't know, maybe you guys can try facing her. Maybe you guys can try facing her, and maybe one of you guys will have better luck. Maybe she's watched a lot of my videos and just knows how I play. I don't even know from this point, but it seems like I'm getting red. It's like she's like some kind of psychic, and it's like 80% of the moves that I make normally fail. So once again I get wiped out 5-0, so